Hello again. In this video, I'm just going to give some updates on various topics. First and foremost, about the survey that I announced last week. I'm very grateful and happy for the support and enthusiastic response I got from all of you. I had over 200 people respond on the first day, and over the course of the week, nearly 300 more have responded. So I'm very happy with the results thus far. I've noticed two things though. One is that I think, unfortunately, a lot of people who meant to finish the survey, about 50 people, seem to have stopped after the first page. There are two pages, one page about general information, one page about language learning, in which you were asked specific for numeric responses about numbers of languages you'd studied, you'd say that you knew in various regards. So I hate to ask this, but if you're a polyglot and you want to have your results counted, if you didn't put those numbers in, I can't use your input. It doesn't show as a complete survey. So I'm afraid I would have to ask you to do that again if you want to be counted. If you're willing to take that time, I'd be very grateful to you. When you're done, you should be given a number or at least a date and time. If you could write to me with that, then I could take out the first results and we'd just have the second set. Also, about 70% of the people who are responding are male, only 30% female, and I don't believe that the percentage of language learners is really that lopsided. Any survey is only good as the responses one gets. So I don't think I'll shut it down anytime soon, but I have to start the data analysis in the next couple of days. So particularly if you are a lady, or if you know any women who are thinking of doing the survey but haven't done it yet, if you could encourage them to do it soon, that would be very nice. Looking at the responses I got to that video, again, I was very humbled to see how many people were grateful that I had come back and made another video and really asked me to do more. And again, my sons are helping me film and edit now, and they also said it seems like I had a responsibility to make more videos, so I'm willing to try to do that again. As I mentioned last time, I feel like life just goes in cycles and I'd fallen out of that cycle, but one reason was that I had pretty much said everything that I could think of spontaneously to say. So in thinking of topics, since I've been in Dubai now for 6 years with the main purpose of working on my Arabic, I can think of things that I could do in regards to Arabic, but I also saw some requests for other language surveys and vocabulary and other things. So since I've said what I think I need to say, if I would be willing to respond to what people would like to hear. So maybe in the responses to this video, in the comments, if you want me to make anything, the person said vocabulary, you could ask for that again. If other people could vote on that, I would, next week, maybe I'll try to make a video of the thing that has the most requests. Okay. About other things, just other people ask what I'm doing with my life, where I've been since I disappeared, and I realize I really have. I have not kept my website up to date at all, so you can't get any information about me there. I think the most important thing that I've done recently is I just a couple of months ago submitted the final manuscript for a North Korean reader workbook to accompany the North Korean reader that I did a couple of years ago. That came at request of the publisher, who is no longer Dunwoody, and here I think I can clarify at least a little bit of a mystery. Where did Dunwoody Press go? For those of you who don't know, Dunwoody was a press that was devoted to publishing materials for understudied languages, and a couple of years ago, just like I disappeared, they disappeared too. They have been acquired by another company called JTG Incorporated. JTG Incorporated, and I've only worked with the editor there. I don't know their sales policy. She explained it to me once. They're not actively trying to market their books, but if you can contact them and say that you want to purchase some of the books, I think they might be available in that way. People have also asked a lot of questions about whether I'm keeping up my same old schedule and what I'm doing in terms of my studying and the like. To a certain degree, I've got ingrained habits, as I described in my videos and interviews a couple of years back, but I realize now with hindsight that my life, particularly in when I was really learning lots of languages, was extremely one-sided and obsessively focused on language learning, and I'm trying to have more balance in my life, and the main way I'm doing that, I hope, is by sort of shifting my my own studies to helping my sons in their studies. I've been homeschooling them for the past 6 years, and that's been the most wonderful teaching and learning experience I've ever had in regards to many things, but I'll limit what I'm going to say here to languages. I'm very happy with their language learning. I think their French is nearly as good as their English. We've been doing German and Latin for many years. They have quite advanced skills and knowledge in those languages. We've added Spanish, which isn't too hard for them based on those, they're already, their foundation there. We're also doing Russian and Korean, so that's very nice. In terms of family, though, as I'm talking about that, I'd like to end on the note saying, and getting back to cycles, I feel like my phase of life here in Dubai should come to an end very soon, particularly for family reasons. My parents live in California, and I would really like my sons to be closer to them as they're getting quite elderly. So I'm thinking that it would be really wonderful to start the new year, January 2019, in a new place and a new position. It doesn't necessarily have to be in California, but Dubai is literally halfway around the world, so a step closer to them would be nicer. I'm exploring various possibilities, probably in academia, but ironically enough, I don't get to use my languages very often as a professor, so I'm open and looking to explore other options. So if anybody has any leads or suggestions of something I might pursue, I would appreciate that very much. So at any rate, in the comments to this video, indicate what kind of video you might like me to make in the future, and if it's possible for me to accommodate that, I will start that next week. Thank you very much.